Hello, I'm Richard Gisbert, and you're at The Listening Post. This week, the singing sensation turned worldwide phenomenon on the web.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
But what was the world really watching? A new president in waiting for South Africa. Jacob Zuma and his love-hate relationship with the media. The Italian cartoonist who lost his job for finding humor in the earthquake story. And Peddler on the Roof, our web video of the week. Look up the term overnight sensation in the dictionary and you could well end up seeing a picture of Susan Boyle. Boyle, in case you've just returned from Mars, is the middle-aged Scottish woman, a singer, whose audition on a British talent show rocketed her to a place that no YouTube phenomenon has gone before. Over 100 million hits on the site and counting in just 1 week. Thousands of people say they have drawn inspiration from and shed tears over the singer's little piece of television history. But was Susan Boyle's rise to fame really a spontaneous multimedia event, or was there something more contrived to this feel-good story to end all feel-good stories? That's our starting point this week: the singer, the talent show, and a web sensation.
When Susan Boyle walked onto that stage, everybody thought, here we have a car crash.
What's your name, darling?
My name is Susan Boyle.
Everything is geared up to make people think this woman's going to be very bad.
And how old are you, Susan?
I am 47.
What's the dream?
I'm trying to be a professional singer.
And of course, everybody was laughing, this gawky looking type of person.
I'm going to sing I Dreamed a Dream from The Miserables.
And right up until the point that she opens her mouth, you're completely convinced that this woman's going to bomb.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
And of course, she blew everybody away.
You stood next to that, did you? Did you? No.
It was one woman on one television show broadcast in just one country. At least, that's how it started.
In a matter of days, Susan Boyle has become the biggest story in the world.
Everybody has been talking about it. I couldn't go anywhere yesterday. People weren't talking about Susan Boyle.
2.5 million people have watched that clip so far. How do you feel?
Gobsmacked.
Since then, this video has been watched 5.5 million times online.
Susan Boyle's performance has been viewed more than 12 million times online.
And on the number climbed. 50 million, 80 million, then past 100 million.
That then gets put on YouTube, the whole world can see it. Hollywood celebrities can view that, and they can communicate their thoughts about it instantly via Twitter. And so all of that sort of snowballs into sort of a self-fulfilling sort of prophecy of success. And that just keeps on going and going and going.
Did you see that the Scottish woman singing on Britain's Got Talent? Isn't that amazing?
Everybody's talking about it because there is a story there. And of course, they have the internet and YouTube, so they can drill down and see what everybody's talking about. And it amazes people because the entertainment industry has driven this cliched, glamorous idea of what a performer should look like.
It's the underdog fantasy, and more importantly, it's a middle-aged female empowerment fantasy come to life. It plays into that need to believe that even if you are middle-aged and you might be plain dowdy, that there is still that chance of being a star, of being a stunning success.
But all those television viewers and Susan Boyle's YouTube brigade, what was it that they were watching, really?
Anybody with any basic sense of skepticism and any knowledge of how television works is fully aware that the clip as it exists is very slick. It looks a bit staged.
I'm going to sing for you on Britain's Got Talent today.
All of these contestants go through a process before they hit the judges themselves. I think they knew very early on that they had somebody who was potential gold dust, somebody who they could emotionally manipulate the viewer to feel a particularly strong connection to, somebody who was not only amazing, but who looked like they were going to be appalling and sort of touched every single base in the programme's appeal.
And what are the odds that one of the judges, Simon Cowell, whose company owns 50% of the show's format, had not heard Boyle sing before, that he was as surprised as his eyebrows led the audience to believe? We asked the production company behind the show about that. None of the judges, we were told, know anything about any of the acts, nor have they seen their performances before they appear on stage.
I think we can only speculate. I don't think anybody involved with the show, someone like Simon Cowell and the other judges, are going to step up and say, yes, we knew about Susan Boyle beforehand, we knew all of this was going to happen, it was all staged. Nobody's going to admit that.
I personally don't think it's been cynically engineered. I think it is what it is, and we now live in the 21st century where brands have to be transparent and honest. And that's what she is. She is what she is, and people relate to that.
There are multiple postings of the Boyle video on YouTube. 5 million hits here, another 12 million there. They all add up. The most popular version, with 40 million hits, has attracted more than 200,000 comments, the vast majority of them positive, many talking about Boyle's appearance.
I am so thrilled because I know that everybody was against you.
The entertainment industry globally, particularly out of America, are forever producing glossier and glossier images of performers by either a man or a woman, playing with all their alluring sexual connotations. Out of nowhere has come something so ordinary that pulls the rug away from that marketing. We're instantly connected, that there's something doesn't have to have this glossy image to connect with people.
But there was some gloss there, just not on the stage. The show's director seemed addicted to shots of the female judge, Amanda Holden, who was a more conventional beauty than the singer is. There were twice as many cutaway shots of her than her male colleagues.
Amanda Holden is focused on quite a bit, as opposed to the other two male judges. I mean, obviously you've got a woman on stage and you've got a very sort of beautiful, very made-up woman sitting in the judge's chair, which is sort of in stark contrast to the woman on stage.
We tend to want to see people who are beautiful on television. It's just that simple. And broadcasters know that. They do the research into what kind of characters work on television, into what kind of actors work on television. So there's a hypocrisy there, I think, that is revealed in the whole Susan Boyle phenomenon.
Even if critics could prove that there was manipulation on the part of the production company, that should in no way detract from Susan Boyle's personal triumph, from her media moment. This was no car crash, but it was no accident either.